By now, you know how to browse, add, and edit blocks to make posts in the block editor. But did you know that there are ways to add even more blocks to the blocks menu? Well, there are. How, you ask? Easy, with plugins. There are two ways you can get more blocks with plugins. The first one is to use a plugin that specializes in making custom blocks. And there are plenty of those, as you will see later in this video. Another way to get more blocks is with plugins that add blocks as an extra feature. For example, the Yoast SEO plugin focuses on SEO. But we also add an FAQ block and a how-to block to your blocks menu. I'll show you how that works in the next video. In this video, I'll show you how to find, install, and use a custom blocks plugin. Right now, I would like to add a testimonial and a social sharing button to this post. Let's see how I can do that. To add a plugin in WordPress, you first need to open the plugin screen by clicking on the plugin's menu item in the admin menu. Then, click the Add New button at the top of the screen. The easiest way to find the plugin I need is to search for it with the search box. Now, your question may be, what do I search for if I don't know exactly what I'm looking for? Well, you don't have to know the specific name of the plugin to find what you need. Here's what I mean. I will type in blocks in the search box. And look at that! I get a list of plugins that offer custom blocks. Since I need a specific block, the testimonial, I could even type that into the search field. Like this. I type testimonial block, and I get a list of the plugins that feature that kind of block. But now I'm faced with new choices. How do I pick the right plugin? In this plugin repository, there is some information that can help you in the decision-making process. The first eye-catching thing is the rating. Naturally, the higher the rating, the better. But it's not that simple. It's also good to check how many reviews and how many active installations there are. If a plugin has a lot of active installations and a lot of positive reviews, chances are it will work well. Still, it's not enough to rely just on the opinion of other people. Updates are very important, so make sure to check when the plugin was last updated. If a plugin hasn't been updated for months, it might run into problems and clash with other plugins, themes, and the WordPress installation. Another crucial thing to check for is whether the plugin is compatible with your WordPress version. All of these factors are important for security and for the proper functioning of your entire site, so make sure to consider them. Let's put this into practice now. There are many plugins in this list, but I will need to make a choice, so I will use the criteria I listed before. So many choices. From what's available here, it seems like the Ultimate Add-ons plugin ticks all the boxes. It has many active installations, good reviews, it works with my WordPress version, and it has been recently updated. If I click on more details, I can see what else this plugin offers. I see it also features a theme, and in the blocks lists here, there is a social share block. Perfect, just what I needed. So let's go with it. I click the Install Now button and then Activate. Now that I've activated the plugin, I see a list here that lets me choose which blocks I want to see in my blocks menu. They are all set to active by default. But if I want, I can deactivate some of them. And then I will not see those deactivated ones in the blocks menu. I'll just go ahead and leave them all activated. To see my new custom blocks, I need to go to the blocks menu in the post editor. I go back to my posts, and I click the plus button to find the blocks. Here they are. The plugin created its special new header within the blocks menu, so I don't need to rummage around the other headers in search for them. The plugin offers a lot of blocks, and if I hover over one, I do not get a preview like I did with the default WordPress blocks. But there is a description, so that can be useful as well. Here is my testimonials block. Let's add it. Using this custom block is the same as using any other default WordPress block. Notice how it has the toolbar and the sidebar options as well, just like the other blocks we've already worked with. The first thing I want to do is change the number of testimonials that will be displayed. I need just one, and I will set that in the sidebar. Now I can continue and add my text. If I look at the options in the sidebar, I see that there are so many things I can edit. Maybe I can change the fonts a little bit. Let's see, I can change the font family, but also its size, weight, and height. I want to make it a bit smaller, so I'll change the size. Let me check what the weight will do. Oh, that's too much. But this is okay. What else can I do? Maybe I can give the background a different color and make this testimonial stand out. Yeah, that made it pop. Okay, I guess it's fine for now. The point is, there is a lot you can do here. I also said I wanted to have some social sharing buttons. Let's find and add those. Here's the block, and in the sidebar I can change the number of buttons. I need 3 in total, and I insert 3 here. Okay, I obviously need to change the icons now. I see that in the sidebar each button has its own option. Here's what I can do. I can choose the type of button. In this case I need Twitter. And I will need to change the icon. There's many of them, so I'll type Twitter to see what I get. Yep, that's it. I'll leave the colors as they are. And now to repeat the same for the last icon and add LinkedIn. Done. Now people can share my post. Great. Let's wrap up. In this video, we saw that there are many more blocks you can use beside the ones available in the default WordPress installation. There are plenty of plugins out there specialized in creating additional blocks that can improve your posts. When choosing one, be sure to make an informed decision and look at the ratings, active installations, recent updates, and whether the plugin works with your version of WordPress. Have fun!